check. We not take back no check. You pep talk. Tiggity check. Hey girl, let's lay the shot. We know say why you don't want the drama. When Tyson rise up the llama, say to pray at night with your father. He that thing by him out from the corner. You, me know say you're gonna rematch on you know say you're gonna. Bad man you run your mouth karma. When the then contract expire, maybe it's time to retire. Can't see your name on the billboard flyer. You twerk low but you're not on higher. Anything less and you're not get the flyer. Contract is signed for you draw for your liar. Rip up that time, set it on fire. Only fans of a fucking liar.
Take Wilder. Do you think the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight will happen next?
Nope.
Okay, great.
They're both gonna have an interim fight, and then they'll meet each other later this year. But is the fight gonna happen next? No. Nope.
Anybody wants to debate the fight doctor? Anybody, feel free to debate.
I don't. That could happen, but I don't know if that will happen because you got mandatories and stuff like that. So with Anthony Joshua, so I don't know for sure if that will happen like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't happen. No, I wouldn't be surprised.
What is he saying, fight doctor? You're saying that the Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight's not happening next?
It's going to happen. It's just not going to happen next.
Of course it is. Of course it's happening. Of course it's happening next.
They don't have a date. They don't have a venue.
What? So what if they don't have a date? They've signed the contract. I wish you little Wilder fanboys would stop with this stupid narrative. It's so embarrassing. I don't understand how you guys don't feel embarrassed coming up with that.
Okay, can I answer that charge, please?
Let me finish. It's not next. How do you know it's not next? Have you heard from Wilder? Are you in Wilder's camp? Are you Wilder's friend? Are you Wilder's family member? Are you in anything, in any capacity, in any form?
Are you finished? I
guarantee I could answer for you. It's all no's, but yet you know everything. Go ahead.
Are you finished?
Yeah, she said go ahead.
All right. Are you sure you're finished? Now, let me answer that charge. Let me answer that charge of me being a Deontay Wilder fanboy. Right? I'm not a Deontay Wilder fanboy. Thank you very much. I call it like I see it. And right now, what I see is no fight. You don't have a date. You don't have a venue. You do not have a fight. Okay? So I don't understand how it is I'm a Deontay Wilder fanboy when the only thing I've done is point out the simple facts of the matter. No date, no venue, no fight. Contracts, that's all fine and dandy. But you can't fight in a contract. Now, can you? Can you?
Bruv,
no fight, you have no date. Wait, you're so smart. Tell me, when's the fight gonna be? When is the date of the fight?
So how many fights? Do you remember when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fought for the first time, and then when they was gonna do the rematch, yeah, they signed the contract, and the rematch didn't happen till nearly a year after. Yeah, okay, they fought. He fought someone in between. They fought people in between. But we've already been given the information from Eddie Hearn, Anthony Josh, that the contract's been signed and they need to be able to do the fights this year. 2 of them, one in July and one in December. Because if they don't, it's going to be Joshua will be mandated probably by the WBO to fight Usyk. So they have to, the WBO has given them a specific amount of time. Eddie Hearn has come out and said this, not once, like twice. So yes, the fight is happening. All they need is to get a site, and that's it. They've got offers. They're going to pick the best site. If you was a businessman and you needed to make a $500 million, $500 million, $500 million, or $750 million move, would you stall and not make it happen? You guys are just saying this because Deontay Wilder's not in the mix. So because it's 2 Brits, you guys are like, oh, the fight's not going to happen next. Like, drop it. It sounds pathetic. The fight's happening next.
Can I answer that?
Until you come with anything that I could be like, yeah, word, you've got a point. Then I haven't heard anything different. All of you guys.
All right, can I answer that, please? All right. Now, you do realize that you've made my case by bringing up the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury example, right? Yeah, you made my case. You made my case for me. Thank you very much. Now, what happened after?
Yeah. So it's quite interim in the meantime. But I said that case, and then I said the reason why that case is probably not going to be repeated because of what Eddie Hearn has stated and what the time limits between the WBO, it has to be made. The 2 fights need to be done within 2021. So yes, I stated that case, and then I gave you the reason why that case is probably not going to be rectified. But hey, I'm not in the camp. I just deal with what the information that is presented to me and who presents the information, and I can make an informed opinion. Unfortunately, people that are all over Deontay Wilder's ass, the guy doesn't speak, but you guys have so many words of like, you know, his business. At least the stuff that we get is because it's been given out by responsible or people that are relevant within the deal. You guys, Deontay Wilder says nothing for like over a year. Two little free things about your kings here, but yet you guys write a whole script and a whole narrative and seem to know all of his business. And you seem to know Tyson Fury's business, and you seem to know Anthony Joshua's business.
So, excuse me, wait. The only thing we've done here, the only thing I've done here is state the obvious and state the facts. And again, all we have to do is state the facts. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the saying, consider your source? Right? Now, you've been sitting here basing your argument on what Eddie Hearn has to say.
Okay, well, you
right?
make your argument on.
Here's all right. My argument is based on these simple facts. 1, no date. 2, no site. And 3, the WBO's pending mandatory that's due.
Okay,
those 3 facts.
Sorry, babe, you're one of them, and it's like, I'm not going to waste my energy. Keep on like repeating. You're one of them. I know what you are. There's pro Wilders and there's Wildettes. You fall like slightly in between. The fact is, there's no date and there's no venue, so that means there's no fight. Even though you just talked about consider your source. Who's your source? You have no source. You're making up a source. Your source is your own source, and your source is your friends. That's how you guys make your sources. When I publish stuff on my channel, I will put who the sources are, and they're reputable. Yes, I do consider my sources. If Eddie Hearn is Anthony Joshua's promoter, why am I not going to listen to Eddie Hearn? Why am I going to listen to you?
No, listen. You can listen to Eddie Hearn. That's no problem. I'll tell you what. Do me a favor. Why don't you do this? Go ask Eddie Hearn where's the fight and the day and when it's set. Go ask Eddie Hearn when is the fight and what is the date of the fight, and then you report back to us. Okay? How about that?
Yeah. On one thing, you go and ask Deontay Wilder when the fuck is he going to get back in the ring. You do that for me, and I'll go and ask Eddie Hearn. I guarantee you, it's probably more likely I can go and ask Eddie Hearn and get a response than you can fucking go to Deontay Wilder and get one. So let's do it. All right? When do we come back? When do we come back?
Wilder doesn't need to get in the ring.
When do we come back? When you ask me to go ask Eddie Hearn, I will. How long do we have to do this? How long do we've got? 48 hours, 24 hours? You want me to go and ask Eddie Hearn and come back here in 24
You've got 5 minutes.
No, my G. It's 2:35 in the morning here. So we can't be asking Eddie Hearn nothing in 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes for you. You guys are in my past. How about you go and find Deontay Wilder and ask his business and then come back and tell me what Deontay Wilder says.
So let me ask this question. What does Deontay Wilder so the topic again fangirls are good at misconstruing the facts.
Okay, so who's our fangirl? Eddie Hearn. Tyson Fury.
Apparently you are. You just you're answering your own question. You're answering your own question. You're answering your own question. And thank you. And thank you. And listen. Thank you for having it. Thank you for having admitted to what we already knew. Thank you.
Never ever get you anywhere in life, Mr. Delusions of Grandeur. Because if you knew anything about me, I'll put you up on game. Yeah, I'll put you up. I'll bring you up to speed. I don't like Tyson Fury. I have my own channel, boxing channel, and it's quite prevalent all over my boxing channel, the disdain that I have for Tyson Fury. I have valid reasons why I don't like Tyson Fury. And even when it was Tyson Fury 1 and 2, I wanted Deontay Wilder to kick his ass. It's been reported. I've said it on every platform from Counterpunch Boxing News to my fucking channel. So, Mr. What's your name? I can't even remember. You should stop with assumptions and ask questions, because that's why.
Wait, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. The only person who's made assumptions here has been you running off at the mouth. You assume that a fight's going to happen when you don't even have a date or a venue. So again, let's deal with the facts. Okay, let's deal with the facts. And the facts are, if you do not have a date, if you do not have a venue, you do not have a fight. Now, those are the facts.
In your world. I don't operate in the world of assumptions.
And you don't operate in anybody's world except the dream world. That's the world you operate in. The world of delusion. Listen, denial is not a river in Egypt, okay? Denial is not a river in Egypt.
You can't take me out of my position because you are illogical. I don't deal with illogical. So I've given you the facts. You don't like it because you're deluded, and that's where you fall into. So next, like H Money, I can't continue talking to someone.
No, it's all good. We're going separate. Let me break it up. That was a great debate. Lady Chan, I'm sorry, Lady Chan, but this was a great debate. Y'all go check it out on YouTube. You was debating the Fight Doctor. He supports a lot of channels, even channels in the UK. So the Fight Doctor, go check her out, my brother. Y'all could come to understanding. This was a great debate. You know what I mean? It was great. It was fire. I mean, that's what the people love in the chat. They put in the fire emojis. You know what I mean? You got Deontay Wilder fans here. We got Tyson Fury fans, Anthony Joshua fans. Everybody is welcome over here. And it's okay to disagree at the end of the day. Yo,
yeah, just a woman on the panel. She can stay on the panel because she was spitting fire. So it's good to have a woman on the panel. That's why I just shut up. She was spitting. I gotta give her that. She was
going in
fire,
though.
so.
She was going in.
I'm just here, man. It's a pleasure to be on your panel, H. You know this, my king.
You was both of y'all. You know, both of y'all made some good points. I'm excited about this undisputed fight. To be honest with you, I'm picking Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. He proved it when he dominated Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? I think Tyson Fury will possibly stop Anthony Joshua. I know there's a lot of Anthony Joshua fans. You know, I respect everybody, but I think Fury got the skills. Fury has the best skill set in the heavyweight division. Do you agree with that, the Fight Doctor?
So when it comes to skill set, I would agree that Fury is the more skilled fighter, but there's an old saying that will trumps skill, and I think that could potentially apply here. So the problem with Fury is that he lacks discipline. Now, he may be the more skilled fighter of the two, but when I look at Anthony Joshua, I see focus. I do see flaws. I see flaws that Fury could potentially take advantage of. But then when I look at Fury, I see a guy who's it seems to be in a state of confusion. Apparently can't keep his nose clean. Isn't living a fighter's lifestyle. Isn't taking his craft seriously. So Fury might trump Joshua in the skill department, but it takes more than skill to win a fight. And I think that when you consider the intangibles, right now I would have to lean towards. So if the fight were to happen in June, if the fight would happen next, right now I would lean towards Joshua, only because I think has stayed more focused. He's been active. He's been living a fighter's lifestyle from what I can tell, from what I can see. And Fury has been consorting with drug dealers and probably has been putting stuff up his nose and hasn't been training and has been laxed. So the fight going to happen.
How can you say that? How can you just throw out them defamatory narratives? I don't even like the dude. But like, I wouldn't just feel comfortable within my own skin just to make something up and say, oh, have you seen what Tyson Fury looks like? He looks amazing. He looks in the best shape. He was at MTK Global event last week, looking in the best shape. He has Lockhart as his nutritionist. If you know anything about George Lockhart, he is the guy. Tank Davis is got that his company on board too. Yeah, he's got Josh Taylor. They do all of the high sporting athletes. If you know anything, you wouldn't even say these things. If you don't know something, it's just cool to fall back and don't say it instead of making stuff up. It's not cool.
All right, so wait, let's talk about people who make stuff up. The person who thinks that you have a fight when there's no date, no venue, that's the person who's making stuff up. Okay. Now listen. At the end of the day, there is what's called an informed opinion, which you seem to not have.
All right. Making something up, yeah. I didn't make up that there's going to be a fight. Making up that if making something up within that context that we just spoke about would be me saying, yo, there's going to be a fight and it's probably going to be about July 20th, July 21st. So you know what? Eddie Hearn having a bit of marital problems at the minute. So that's why everything's a bit on standstill, because you know him and his family. Like who just makes up shit like that and just says.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Exactly. All right. So now let me answer this charge. Now you accuse me of making stuff up. Wait. You see, God gives you one mouth and two ears for a reason, so that you can talk less and listen more. So right now, what you need to do is shut your pie hole and listen more. Okay? Because you do a lot of running off of the mouth. You do a lot of running off of the mouth and less listening. So yeah. So you should do more listening, less talking. You really should.
I didn't see any fire emojis when you was talking. I didn't see any fire emojis when you was talking. So you ever tell me on your best day, on my worst day, to shut my pie hole? No, that will never happen, my G. I think you should pull the fuck back.
Listen, you like to talk, and that's fine. And you get off on talking, but guess what? You're talking like not saying anything. So listen. You get off on running your mouth. And listen, more power to you, okay? Because look, listen, it's better. Listen, you have 2 ears and one mouth for a reason, okay? 2 ears, one mouth.
I'm happy to tell you the things that I get off on. Riding a dick, sucking a dick, whatever. Those are the things that I get off on. Talking about boxing, I get off on. Making music, I get off on. So if you need to know
sucking a dick is good use for your mouth. Let me say.
I'm sorry, ladies. I got you.
We don't make things up round here, and no. So yeah, those are the things. Move it along.
I got you, ladies. Hey, it's all respect on the panel, man. Let's all respect.
Tell me to shut my pie hole.
I got you, ladies. Okay. I apologize, ladies. I apologize. Lady Chan, I apologize for that. Okay, it was a bit.
Hey, Lady Chan, I'm kind of with Lady Chan on that one. The accusations of saying that, like, you know, Fury is doing all these different things, drugs, alcohol. We don't know what this guy is doing. The last couple of videos I see, sometimes Fury do stuff for publicity too. And then if you look in those videos, actually those videos, he was talking in his face. He looked slim. But I see AJ working. I see AJ working in the lab. I got AJ in a fight. I like AJ, and I think that Fury is going to bring out the best in AJ. And then we really going to see if Fury have power too, though, because if Fury doesn't have any power to keep AJ off of him, it's going to be a long night for AJ too. So we got to consider that too, as well.
For sure, I agree with everything that you said.
Go ahead. Somebody has something else to say. What's it?
No. Listen, the pie hole there needs to explain in detail exactly what did I make up.
Your mom is a pie hole. No, H money. Where's your mom? Where's your mother? Where is your mother?
So the question was.
The question is.
All right. So again. 2 ears, one mouth. 2 ears, one mouth. So again, the question is, what did I make up? The question is, what did I make up?
You're null and void. Your mother.
I got you. The question is, what exactly did I make up? What did I make up?
Fight back.
We can disagree on panel. We can disagree on panel, but nobody's here to call me any to talk about pie hole and tell me to shut my pie hole.
I got you. Let me talk, Lady Chan. I got you. Yeah, my brother, the white doctor. Please respect her. She's the only woman on the panel. I know it was a heated debate or whatnot, but she's a respectable person.
Yeah, well, respect has to be given in order to be to receive. Respect is a two-way street. Now, wait, now, hold on. Now, I was accused of making stuff up. So if I made something up, then I wish to set the record straight. Now, my question is, what did I make up exactly? What did I make up?
My answer to you is, I'm not answering no fucking questions from you. Go away. Let's move along.
Okay, so now again, the question is respect. Now, if you're going to accuse somebody of having done something, then you need to be prepared to answer that.
Let me separate.
Draw you out of your position. They're not no one.
You're talking about
anytime, any place, anywhere you can find me, and my peoples. I don't get down with all this back and forth shit with these little defamatory idiot gangsters that are behind people. They're fools. They're fools. I don't rock with them. I don't fuck with it, because if that was me and somebody was saying that about me over the internet, I would sue them. You could get a lawsuit. Tyson Fury sniffing coke. Move on, bruv.
Okay, let's move on. Let me say something real quick. Listen, you know what I mean? We just here to talk boxing. Let's not make it personal about anybody. The fight doctor, she's a respectable female, man. She's known all over the world.
That's fine, but she's not showing any respect right now.
Let me speak real quick, fight doctor. Let me just say this, because she didn't mean any harm, my brother. Let me say that.
We shall. I'm out. Shot, red knowledge, straight from the sun cycle farm. Yo, Wyler, fix up yourself, yeah. Straight send from your girl, Lady Shot. I'm pep talk. Well, I'm pep talk. We shall.